Kyrie Irving out there with Kobe Bryant. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Olajuwon in at the 5. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Love. Pass to Allen. Fires from deep. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Now Philadelphia with it. Coming into this, having notched a win against Boston in their last game.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
Here's Arenas. He had a 15-point alley in the last game against Portland.
Putting others before himself, racking up assists. Hey, I wish I played with more guys like him.
These are his first free throws of the game. Well, this was a big summer for the 76ers, Grant, trying to capitalize on their championship window with superstar Joel Embiid.
You're spot on, B.A. Acquiring the talent that might allow him to save himself for the home stretch. Of course, last year's playoffs, he battled heroically, but ideally, they'd like him much closer to 100% come the postseason. Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Irving. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. And there's the screen. Just 5 to shoot, and here's Bryant outside, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Bryant against Allen. Pass to Arenas. The 3. Buries it from 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Lewis. Over Love. Mutombo with the rebound.
And he's very confident from that range, but he can't make them all.
Allen can't get it to go. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now Bryant. He's got 6. Here's Irving. And the finish by Irving.
Kyrie, you don't see it often, but that's a nice finish there from the little fella.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He wants to review the game plan.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively is something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
James is checked in for the Sixers. Wallace, he's checked in for Indiana. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Philadelphia has possession. Here's Leonard. James left side. Shoots over Allen. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's Wallace. 1:33 left in the first quarter. And Indiana misses again.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Bryant. 8 points in his last timeout.
Number 13, Louis Dampier.
The 3. a tumble with a rebound. Pacers trail by 10. A minute 6 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Dampier. He's coming off a 13-point game against Portland.
And how about the vision he displayed? Great job getting others involved and piling up the assist.
Now here's Bryant. Fires the 3. And he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. Allen on the wing. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
I know what they say. Defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Irving, the pass to James. 13 feet out. Nice touch on the bank shot.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Pacers trail by 10. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Arenas. Here's Allen. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers ending the quarter up 10. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback.
But I doubt it.
And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
They've got Kevin Durant. He's out there with James. And it's Olajuwon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
And here are the Sixers now, following the bucket by the Pacers. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. RJ displaying at a faster pace, work the same in the regular season as it does in the playoffs?
Depends on the opponent. Teams that like to slow it down and can be methodical in the half court can make it a slugfest. You have to be ready for that.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Lewis is checked in. The Pacers also with a sub. Love's checked in. Pass to Dampier. And Durant with the block.
We've seen Durant really improve as a defender, using his impressive length to block shots.
All right, let's use this time to check out the teams with the most steals last year. The 76ers, #1.
The steals numbers only tell part of the story. This was a team that made trouble for every opponent with their incredible effort on the defensive end.
And both free throws good for Jordan.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Pass to Dampier. Back to Collins. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Takes it inside. Tipped. Now here's Jordan. What a tremendous game.
Oh my goodness.
How about that?
Wow. That type of finish is just deflating right now for...
They don't want to show that replay? I will. Let's see what really happened there. Not cut between them. Oh, baby.
Team is trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Cousins, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
They keep doing that. I know why.
Pacers trail by 14. Here's Dampier. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Puts it up. Rebounded by Cousins.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Here's Billups. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And that one's good. Barry.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
And it's Collins off the drive. Oh, Jordan with the block. They recover it. Here's Dampier.
He got it.
Sinks it from distance. Dampier's got 5.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, we're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see. And your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that.
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. Here's Lewis. Here's Billups. And it's all from three-point range. Pass to Barry. Shoots over Cousins. Barry misses.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
Here's Lewis. From down in the low post, it goes. Lewis has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Right there, boy.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Here's Dampier. He's got 5.
That got me right there, though.
Here's Love. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Board.
Yeah, don't do that good, man.
Here's Dampier. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
It's so close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Philadelphia?
The story so far has been their mid-range shooting. The analytics might not like it, but elite offenses still knock it down from that area.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Now, here is James. Pass to Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
Here's Dampier. It's a 13-point game. 43 seconds left in the first half. Allen outside. Hits a three-pointer. Allen's got 5 now.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Irving. Basket's good. And the 76ers lead by 12.
And this is Irving's role, a natural scorer who understands when that mid-range J opens up, he's got to fire.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Fast break, Philadelphia. And here's Bryant. Give him 8 points now. Leonard outside. With 4 on the clock. 3 seconds left. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Philadelphia now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More 2K action in just a moment.
Fans, please turn your attention to center court and get ready for the fans half-court shot from Rose Lee. They're thinking about the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
God, didn't he?
Welcome, one and all. I think for the Pacers, when you come out rocking with 2 straight wins, you're feeling good.
Yeah, got to keep that out of your head, though. You just can't. And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Indiana Pacers.
They're not a...
That's it for us. Thanks for...
Okay. I gotta work on some shit.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And so it's Indiana with it. Down by 12. Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. And it's Barry in at the three. And it's blocked by Irving.
How about that block from Irving there? Getting the timing just right on the defense.
Bryant with it. Six to shoot. Three-pointer off the mark.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Allen against Bryant. Pulls it. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And he banks in the layup. Bryant's got 10 points.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Arenas passes to Mutombo. Now Love. And here's Allen. From outside the arc. He drops it from range. Give him 8 points now.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Outside Irving. Here's the three. Counted from distance. And the 76ers lead by 14.
Going right back at them. Kyrie answers with a three of his own.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Substitution for your 76ers. LeBron.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Here's Arenas. No good on the triple.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Here's Irving. Again, Philadelphia.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Arenas passes to Love. Over James. Rejected by James.
Oh, look at the old man still getting it done on defense. LeBron James still takes great pride in rejecting shots.
Shot clock at 2. Barry. Off target with the 3. Philadelphia leading by 16. Ooh, stolen by Grady. Allen. Lets the 3 fly. And that'll be Indiana's ball as it goes out of bounds. Pacers able to keep the possession. Pass to Barry. Here's Arenas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the right block.
And that's just good effort that time by LeBron James on the defensive end.
Screen by James. For 3, Anthony drains the triple. Anthony's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Irving. Out to Anthony. Over Love. Mutombo with a rebound. Mutombo has got 4 rebounds now. Love up top. Pass to Arenas. Here's Allen. Check by James to stop the drought. Knocked away. And here's the fast break. Irving for 3. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. Pacers trail by 19. Here's Arenas. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was
I
tighter
got
than the
it.
takeoff.
Oh, my Lord.
The selfless attitude of James. When someone on his team has a clean look, he feeds him.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. 43 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Bridgman, covered by Jordan. Pass to Dampier. Misses from close range.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Here's McGrady. Philadelphia with another miss. Pacers trail by 20. Here's Bridgman. Still without a bucket. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. First free throw is good.
At the line for the Pacers,
It's both from the stripe. 8 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Now Jordan. And so it's Philadelphia feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. Their efficiency. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. They've got Kobe Bryant, and it's Lewis in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And Billups gets it to go.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Dampier, covered by Bryant. Here's Arenas. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Richard, one thing we're seeing an emphasis on by the league, mental health.
I'm surprised it took people so long to understand how grueling of a mental task it is to try and be one of the 450 year in and year out.
Leonard's checked in for Jordan. And for the Pacers, they're shooting just around 26% for the game. Arenas passes to Collins.
That boy, he's gonna know it.
Love a screen on Leonard. And here's Collins for 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Here's Billups. Kicks it out to Bryant. Leonard right side. Pass to Olajuwon. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bryant. Kept alive. Olajuwon passes to Leonard.
Damn it. Missed it.
Leonard against Collins. Inside. Here's Arenas. And the officials called goaltending.
Stupid.
They'll award the basket. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
And that's the thing. That's why he's going to be top 5 all-time in assists. LeBron James just drops dimes.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And it's a completely new group for the 76ers. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. It's blocked.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Drexler, that's good. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Durant against Love. And the layup is good. Durant's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Arenas. Pass to Love. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Durant. Love, that's good.
And you see the confidence, not shy at all about rising up from mid-range.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Durant for 3. Indiana with a rebound. Mutombo has got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, now I'm getting ready to cook. Shortly.
Pass to Arenas.
After this match.
Outside Love. And you look around the league, we're witnessing a changing of the guard, Richard. A lot of young teams on the rise.
I think so. LeBron, Curry can only rule the roost for so long. Eventually, that torch has to be passed.
Pierce gets the bucket.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Mutombo, the pass to Allen. That three's off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Oh,
and you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the 76ers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Kyrie Irving.
Steals are almost a forgotten stat. We don't talk about them a ton, but he's been huge in that category.
52 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Durant finds Irving. The 15-footer. Pulls up. The shot by James, no good. And it's Allen with the ball for Indiana. Pass to Mutombo. Out left to the wing. Launches it. Durant pulls it in.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
And here's Bryant outside. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Here's Arenas. No good. Unable to win this run. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. Well, this might not have been the most competitive.